Okay, we're gonna try this again. I told you guys the other night that I was not sure what I was gonna use to stream on, and I'm actually using our Mac computer. And right when I got it set up, it completely well, I accidentally unplugged it. So yeah, so we're starting from scratch. So hey guys, I told you that I would start doing sort of live check-ins on sort of live check-ins on Monday nights at 7 p.m. I am doing a Weight Watchers reboot. So 7 p.m. Central Time, Monday nights. You guys got back to me and said that that was a good time. So that's what we're gonna do. Monday nights at 7 Central Time. We're gonna start hanging out and talking about this sort of reboot and the process and all of those good things. Um, so for me right now, I have been trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't know if you guys are in the same, my hair is doing wonky things. I don't know if you guys are in the same boat as me. Hey guys. Hi, Veronica and Karen and Samantha and Sue and Tamara and Lynn. Hi, Lynn. So we're going to do Monday nights, like I said, 7 p.m. Central Time. And our first little chat tonight is sort of where do we go from here and making that decision and how do we decide what we're going to do. There are so many like options out there, and I think like tools to use. You guys have given me like so much great feedback, and I want to say thank you also for the really positive welcome back. I did walk over on Instagram this morning. I'm over on Instagram, N is for Nurse 17, and I like to just do walk and talks over there. It's a little bit more casual. Um, and I'm going to start trying to do some of that and some intentions over there in the morning. I get up for work at 4 a.m. And so that those will be kind of early days. And then on my days off, I'm trying to get some more walks in outside right now. The weather is fabulously beautiful. So, hey, Pamela, Michelle, Cinder, Kim. Hey, guys. Sue Thornton. I don't know if I said hi to you. Sorry if I missed your name. So, so where do we go from here? I have been doing the Healthy app, and which used to be iTrack Bites and tracking my food and doing like a lower carb approach to those things. And every year at this time, I have some anxiety about Lent. And so I'm Eastern Orthodox. Our calendar is a little different than the Western calendar. We have an Eastern calendar that we follow. And so our Easter is actually not until May the 5th this year. So we're really off from you guys. On the Western calendar, usually like we're only a week or two difference. This year, it's super different. It's like way different. We went to Target today and all the Easter stuff was out. And I'm like, man, we haven't even started Lent. So when Lent rolls around in our tradition, we eliminate meat. So any meat with a backbone, dairy, which includes like eggs are kind of more dairy than meat in our thinking, wine and oil. And the oil is olive oil. So it's sort of those really rich things, that are more like festive things and that we use to celebrate Easter really fully. And we have our Easter service in the middle of the night, which is really cool. So I haven't done a lot on my channel. Oh, I'm freezing. Hold on. Let's not freeze. Um, Hopefully, we'll be back in a second. And if not, continue to listen to my soothing voice. What is wrong with this thing? Oh, it's crazy. Yep. It looks like we're dead, Jim. We're dead in the water. Oh my goodness. Complete freeze. Am I back? I'm sorry. Just switch. I'll switch to a different. I apologize if I froze. You guys have to get back to me on whether this is working for you or not. Everyone's like, "You're not frozen." Did you hear me just rambling? So on my channel, I have not shown a lot of like the whole Eastern Orthodox tradition stuff. I kind of want to do a little bit more of that for you guys so you can see what that looks like involving like the eating part of it and the fasting discipline and all that. Because it really does make a difference in how I approach things at this time of year. And it has thrown me off in the past. I've allowed it to throw me off. I'm not blaming really any situation. I'm blaming myself, guys. But I've allowed it to really kind of throw me off and have like free for alls on all the things, which you guys know doesn't work for any way of eating. Honestly, to just have a free for all. I mean, you can do low carb and you can still eat too much. You can do old Weight Watchers and still eat too much. You can be on one of the weight loss medications and eat too much. You can have weight loss surgery and eat too much. You know, it's always about moderation and using the tools that you have in front of you. So I was thinking, what do I want to do during this time period? And I haven't been to Weight Watcher meetings in months because of my night schedule and that whole thing. Um, and I didn't even know if there were still meetings going on here because they had definitely dwindled down the last time I was attending them, which was months ago. I did look up the Weight Watcher meetings in my area, and it's so crazy because we used to have a center where every day there was 1 to 2 meetings. I mean, there really wasn't a day that you didn't have a meeting. So I looked those up. There are 2 meetings here in the area. Not sure if I want to go that route. I'm using a healthy app. I can do one of several things on healthy, which is the old Weight Watchers plan. I can do I think the new plan, which basically sounds like freestyle. And you guys got back to me on that. I want to say thanks for getting back to me on that situation and letting me know that the plan right now is basically like freestyle. So you have a big 0 point food list, and then you get daily points and weekly points. Been there, done that. So and then the other thing I did was I printed out, and you can just Google this, and guys probably cannot read it, but I did want to show you that I printed it out. This is the core uh, food list, which there are lots of hacks for ways to turn the healthy app into like simply filling or what we used to call core. Um, and I was looking at the actual core list, which is the very first sort of list of filling foods that Weight Watchers put out. Um, and you could eat off of this list until you were content. And then you got weekly points that you could use. And so I was looking through this list, and it's so crazy because a long time ago, avocados and olives were on this list. And if you wanted to have like whole wheat stuff, you got 1 serving of that a day, I believe. So, or you could eat it at 1 meal a day or something like that. So, like whole wheat pasta or whole wheat bread or something like that. And to me, that sounds very, very balanced. So, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. And then on that list are kind of pretty much all of the freestyle things. Um, but it's a little bit more, I think, structured in that way. And you don't have a lot of points to use. So I think my issue with the way Weight Watchers, the program is now, is that you have lots of 0 point foods, but then you also have a lot of points that you can work your way through. So there isn't as much structure, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to do calorie counting. I do love the Lose It app. And I know a lot of you guys are fans of the Lose It app, and I love the Lose It app, but I'm not going to do calorie counting right now. I think I'm just going to go sort of the healthy app route. And then I was like, maybe I could do that and then incorporate meetings just because I do like meetings. Um, the Weight Watchers app right now, if I signed up for it, is $19 a month, I think, for meetings. And you can do the online meetings and you can also do the in-person which I've done both. Do any of you guys do the online meetings? What do you think about that? let me know. I, you know, they're kind of different because your camera can either be on or off. That was my cat. It can be on or off, and you can talk or not talk or whatever. It's not the same as like, excuse my cat, ma'am. All right, this is Prudence, the 2020 cat. Goodness gracious. Um, so I'm not sure. The online meetings are okay. I really prefer the in person. What I love about the in person meetings is going and weighing. There is something about that that really helps me. And the only issue is right now I'm working every other weekend. So every other weekend I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, of course, the meetings here are on Fridays and Saturdays. So I would only be able to go to a meeting every other week. So I don't know. This is why we're having this chat. So you guys can give me some feedback. Thank you, Anne. Anne said my cat is beautiful. Denise said that she did the online meetings and they were just okay. Hi, Poetry Girl. So, Poetry Girl, this is core, yes, with the 35 weeklies. If you guys look up Weight Watchers core, core list, this is still printable. It's a PDF from Weight Watchers. And you would get 35 weeklies, and it was the old points. So, if you were going to do that in healthy, you would just set your points, like your daily points, to 0. I think that's how you do it. You set your daily points to 0 or 1 or whatever, and then you leave your weeklies as 35, and then you track. And obviously, you subtract your weeklies when you use things that are not on this list. I mean, really, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. Now, the portion control part of it can be an issue, but I mean, who's going to eat like 4 avocados? You know what I'm saying? And especially like 4 avocado, like you can make guacamole, but if you don't have the chips and you don't have the points for the chips, are you really going to eat 4, avocados or 12 heads of lettuce or whatever? So I do like this as a guideline. Fruits are on here, starches and grains are on here. I think cereals back in the day, you had to eat it with like milk or a source of protein to prevent you from just like eating cereal out of a box, which I think is so smart. Um, Let me see. Poetry Girl says, feel like core would be great. It's almost like listening to your true hunger. I agree. Hey, Michelle, thank you for moderating. Michelle says that the only choice she has for meetings is the online meetings, and they are just okay. Right. So you guys feel the same way as I do about the online meetings, and I mean, I think it's nice that there's that option, but I prefer the in-person meetings. So, hey, thank you. I'm glad you caught me. So, yes, just to reiterate for you guys that are just coming in, Monday nights at 7 p.m., we're going to do just like support chat. I know a lot of you guys are doing other things. I have my friends out there that are doing Dr. Eric Westman, and I love his plan, the really low carb, where you stay under 25 carbs a day. And that's not net carbs. That's 25 carbs. And I love his plan. It's just difficult for me to do it during fasting seasons. So I mean, that's just where I'm at in my life. Um, and I love to be low carb when it's not fasting seasons. We have two major ones at Christmas, or what we call Nativity, and then at Lent. And they're both like 40 to 50-day fasts. And then we fast on Wednesdays and Fridays. So, it's it's a it's interesting balancing that out with um, how I would prefer to eat, which would probably just be very, very low carb. And I don't know, it's just different. so so I was thinking a lot about that today. You guys give me some feedback about what you think, because I am listening. Yesterday, Sunday, for us was what we call meat fair. I talked about this in my last video. So everyone cleaned out their refrigerators and their freezers of meat. And usually what we do is we make all of that and we bring it to church and we have big, like we had a big picnic yesterday. I was at work, but there was a huge church picnic and everybody ate up all the meat, and that's out of the kitchen now. And then, or free, you freeze stuff that you don't want to get rid of, whatever. And then this week we are cleaning the house of cheese and dairy. So that's, like a process of getting it all, like the monks on some of the holy mountains and things in the world. This week they eat like so much cheese and stuff, and they just kind of try to get it out of their system. So, and then we'll have cheese fair coming up this Sunday, which is where we do the same thing. Like I'll probably make a huge macaroni and cheese and bring it for everyone to share. We just get it out of our system. And then we have the fast. And there are days during our fast that we don't actually eat much of anything. So that's another factor. Um, and, fasting is a good thing. Just medically speaking, it can be a good thing. So I think you guys can all relate. There's intermittent fasting that people are doing out there and everything. So even if you don't relate on like a spiritual level, you probably know what I'm talking about. So Poetry Girl says, are there foods on the core plan that you can eat during your fasting? Maybe highlight the foods in that list and are allowed to eat. I love that. That's a good idea. Yeah. So go through the list and highlight. And yes, they're absolutely. I mean, pretty much the way that you would eat on fasting is this list. The only thing that's different is that you're limited on how much of the like whole wheat stuff that you can have. Um, and I think that we really formulate our meals around a lot of that type of thing. But I think sweet potatoes are on this, and those are not limited. Shellfish is on this, and we can eat shellfish because it doesn't have a backbone. Um, if you guys are curious about any of this, you can Google Eastern Orthodox fasting, and it kind of goes through all of it. But like soy products are on this, so like veggie burgers and things like that. Like those yummy Morningstar like spicy black bean burgers are okay on this. I think what's hard is like we have all these great Weight Watcher programs, and now that they're so old, they're from like years ago, and there's still healthy ways of eating. There just isn't the online support. So like we used to have so many cool forums of like recipes and things. And there was this one awesome forum called healthdiscovery.net, which was the old boot camp buddies forum, and it had so many like simply filling slash core recipes that are just great really for current Weight Watchers too. And that site is completely gone, which is like, oh my goodness, that was such a great resource. I did print out a lot of recipes from that site, but I went looking for it and I couldn't find it now, so it's completely gone. Goal wise, I do want to talk to you guys about this. So I'm starting the fast at 247. This morning I was 247.2, and I'm going to go ahead and weigh myself every day during the fast just to keep myself accountable. It's not so much about weight loss, but it's just going to keep me sort of structured. So we'll see on May 5th where we're at. That is Pascha for us, which is Easter. And my other goals are really just to track. So track everything that I'm eating, keep the fast, and then I want to get my 10,000 steps a day. And this morning I got up and I walked 2 miles. So I am using my Fitbit for that. You guys probably can't even see this. Here, let me turn the brightness down. So like today, I am at 7,646 steps. So when I get off of here, I need to like get some steps in before I go to bed. So, hey, listen, it's all about doing the work and making the effort. So if you guys want to join in with me and like maybe we can just do like a um until May 5th. I know that's a weird date, but and then we're not going to stop on May 5th, but just kind of see how we can do and be very structured and intentional and track our food and whatever plan that you're on. If you want to do this with me, like I said, I'm going to be checking in over on Instagram daily with sort of intentions and goals. I'm going to be doing my Monday night live here at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then the other thing that I want to do is start putting some more videos up because I do have time now to film and edit. So I'm going to try to put some videos up of like, the old Amy vlog type stuff. So my cat. What's wrong with you? Are you losing your mind? She's going on. I'm in my husband's office, if you guys are wondering where I'm at. This is my husband's office. This is one of his computers. So Eva says that she did 2 miles today as well. Fabulous. Let me know what your goals are in. Okay, so Veronica's in with me, and Tamara's in, and Denise is in. So thanks, guys. We're gonna have so much fun. I think let's just have fun and support each other, and let me know what plan you're doing and what your goals are. Okay, so that's basically 2 months. So let's just be really, really on it for the next couple months together. Keep each other accountable, and we'll check in here, and I'll let you guys know. And if I go back to meetings, I'm just. That means I'd have to, rejoin the Weight Watchers app, which, like I said, right now is $19 a month. Um, I don't know. I don't even know. I've really got to think about it. I'm going to take this week and really nail things down. So we'll talk a little bit more about what I've finalized and decided. Right now, I just have my app set on the older point system and I'm tracking there and I'm following it. But as of next week, we've got to get down and dirty with more like, I'm going to say that it's like vegan eating, but it's not because I'm a vegan. But that's really, if you think about vegan eating, that's really what it looks like. So I have a lot of vegan cookbooks and that sort of thing that are very, very helpful. All right, y'all. Rhonda's in. Anne's in. Come say hi. I'm still married. Where are you going? You got to call your mom. Oh, both of our mom's birthdays are this week. So that was the hubs. He's calling his mom because today is her birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to my mother-in-law, Barb. I love you and miss you. She's in Kansas City. So let me see who else. Elizabeth Apple is in. Hi, Elizabeth. I haven't seen you in a while. Lots of people in. Eva's in. Kim is in. Um, beans are good for your heart. That's right, for sure. Veronica's mom, her birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to her. I hope she has a wonderful day. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Instagram again for another walk or check-in or daily intention or whatever it is. I have no idea what time, but I'm doing some lives over there. So N is for nurse 17 over on Instagram. That's my handle. I'll try to put a link down below. And the next scheduled thing on my channel, you guys have always wanted me to schedule stuff. Next Monday night, it will be the first day of the fast. It's the first day of clean week where we are very, very, very strict. I will see you guys at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, thanks to Michelle for moderating for me. I really appreciate you. And let's do this. Okay, calorie counting for Denise. Let's see if there's anybody else that put in. Anne says plant-based diets. I believe in plant-based diets, I think is what you were saying. Michelle's in. All right. So we've got like a 2-month thing. Let's just dial it in, kind of boot camp style, and I will see you guys later. Bye.